Hi everyone, this is Harry Hoffmann. I've just been doing my tax and I thought about all those cross-cultural workers who need to do annual tax and how overwhelming that is. I've been going through the motions and I thought I'd do a brief session about member care and tax. Let's get started. In my mid-20s, during the university times, I worked for the German government tax bureau, and I still remember I had no fear of these things. Paying tax was just a normal part of life. When I later moved to China, sort of fear started to get to me in regard to tax, in regard to corruption, in regard to checks. Does this guy pay tax in Germany? Does this guy pay tax in China? So I had a lot of insecurity increasing in me, and there was no one to ask. Everybody was sort of, I have no idea how to pay tax. And I still remember the Americans with the IRS. I have to put in my tax returns. And I was thinking, do I need to do this as well? I work in China. What are the regulations for me? And how do I do this? And who can I ask for help? There was no one to ask for help. I remember also I asked one of the consultants, the tax consultants, and he was dealing with my questions. Okay, China and Germany and Thailand and Hong Kong, and then in the international tax laws, thick books. And in the end, he said, I don't know. So for all cross-cultural workers, you have to have a certain handle on your tax situation, a bit of an understanding. If you don't have that, you need to read about these things and get some form of understanding where to pay tax, how to pay tax, to who you pay tax. In the US, you have the IRS, it's called IRS. In Germany, you have the Finance Office, the Government Tax Bureau. In the UK, you have the Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs Office that takes in the tax. And wherever you are from, you have to have a handle on who is charging tax in your home nation. Now, there are different variables for international workers. So it is where is your home nation? What is your host nation? So where do you actually live? Where does your money come from? And are there tax treaties between your home nation, your passport country, and the nation you live in? Many nations have like tax treaties. That means you only have to pay tax once, either in your host nation or in your home nation. For example, Germany and Thailand, they have such a tax treaty that you don't have to pay double tax, that you are on your income not double taxed. But for example, if you live in Cambodia, we don't have such a tax treaty with Germany, and it might be that you have to pay tax twice in Cambodia as well as in Germany. It all depends on where your money comes from. But many cross-cultural workers have double income. They have an income in the foreign nation and they all have income in their home nation. And these things can be easy, like you can easily forget these things because you focus on your work. But actually, it can haunt you afterwards, in particular when you return back home. And then all of a sudden, the tax bureau comes and asks, so how did you live over the last 6 years? And as the world is increasingly interconnected, the German government might have access to the accounts or the government finance departments in Thailand, in China, in the United States. But as I look at cross-cultural workers, they have income in their home nation, they have a bit of income in their host nation, then there is a donation coming in from a third nation, and fundraising, or maybe a conference is then accounted for in through your personal account. And all of a sudden you have a big mess of different accounts, different sources of money coming to you. And in your mind, this is all, I don't know, charitable, or it's all under the carpet, it's all okay. But actually, if the tax officer comes and would look at you, they look at you through the eyes of, he has embezzled money. Where where does this money come from and why didn't this guy pay tax? So this is they doubt you are honest. This is the point of view of the government officer, the finances officer. And you are sort of an honest guy and no hard feelings, but they think you are not honest. That's their point of view, and they look for questionable income and the question of why didn't you pay tax. So this is a risk, this is a anxiety, this is a danger zone in a way most of the cross-cultural workers are not aware of. So I'm pleading in a way for a member care development in the area of international tax and international finances. A department, specialists who focus on the international laws of tax and financial transfers. Member care does not have that. I'm thinking about the crisis work that we have, and there are more and more people coming out of the police work, the DEA work, and the hostage negotiation work, and they focus on cross-cultural workers, serving them in the area of hostage and crisis work. We need the same in the area of tax and international finances. The world is getting closely connected, more and more closely connected, and cross-cultural workers are not aware of the risk they are in and the danger even they are in the area of finance, of tax fraud, money laundering, etc., etc. Member care needs specialists who focus on international tax. So please, if you are one of those, write to me, make a comment in the YouTube video below, and we can see how we can develop such a specialist group of tax and international finance. The risk of fraud and money laundering is big, and we can prevent that by having a group of specialists who focus on this area. All right, I hope this is helpful. If this speaks to you, please write to me, and looking forward to seeing you again next time. Bye for now.